Welcome guys, today we are talking about the possibility of the next Planet Zoo DLC. As some of you might have seen, it got soft confirmed that the next Planet Zoo DLC would be revealed next week, and I am pumped. But the question is, what will the next DLC be? There are a lot of possibilities, but most, including myself, think that would be a Zookeeper Collection Pack. Mostly in large part to the Park Manager's Collection Pack made for JWE2. This would make sense because Planet Zoo is coming to a close soon. But what animals could be included? There are so many highly requested additions that not all can make it. Well, there are some hints in the Plan Code Dictionary, which has been recently edited and whatnot, but let's not worry about that, which is used to translate English and whatnot into the Planet Co language, a unique language written for Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster. There are words used in this dictionary that could support us getting all sorts of animals, but I'm going to focus on the four most likely, how likely I feel they are, and why. By the way, leave a video similar to this, and I would recommend you go check it out. Also remember, this is not a guarantee, as I already mentioned earlier. First up is the Hamadryas Baboon, which I feel is incredibly likely. I would say like a 99% chance. Both the words Hamadryas and the baboon are in the dictionary, or used to be. And this animal is super requested, so it only makes sense to add it. That's why I feel it's most likely out of the floor. Honestly, it would be a very useful animal, but a lot of people are genuinely afraid of it, and I can totally understand that. With that said, I very much want it and hope it does get added. Next is a secretary bird. Now, similar to the Hamadryas Baboon, both the words secretary and bird are in the dictionary, but I still feel that it's less likely due to its obscurity and complexity. With that said, it actually has a lot else going for it. First of all, it's the top two of our two most recent meta wishlists. I can't even say that right. It was also in Zoo Tycoon 2, and it's just such a fun animal that I would love to see that. With this said, I'll give it a 97% chance. Hopefully it will be added. Please add it, please. Next up is an underrated gem, but also a highly requested species, the short-beaked echidna. Short-beaked echidna is a relatively well-recognized animal thanks to Knuckles the echidna, even though he really does not look nothing like a real echidna, and it has a song named after it in the Planet Zoo soundtrack. But it's such a complex animal, I only give it like a 95% chance. But honestly, I would love it in the game. It would definitely be like similar niche to the platypus, but it also would do something a lot different to the platypus. Honestly, I would just love to see it again in the game. Who knows? The last of these four is the Goodfellas tree kangaroo, which I feel has a 94% chance. It is, in my opinion, the least likely since it has the least backing it up. Because like the secretary bird was in Zoo Tycoon 2, the echidna, there's a popular character in media that has the name of the echidna, and the baboon, well, it's a baboon. But the tree kangaroo is less supporting it. Plus, it seems like it'd be the hardest to do, at least in my opinion. It's complex because of its complex movement and climbing, but I know nothing about making these things in Planet Zoo, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But that said, this animal is extremely requested and high on the wish list, hence why it's on the 90% range. Honestly, and it's just such an adorable little guy. Look at him. While none of these are confirmed, they all have the greatest chances of getting in, and I would love to see all of them. These animals could add a lot to the game. There are also mentions of animals like the Dick, Faka, and Markor, among others, but those don't have nearly as good of a chance of getting in as the four I mentioned. Sorry, just killed a mosquito. Like I was saying, those four animals I listed earlier have the best chance of getting in. And they would all make a lot of sense for the final DLC. What about the other 4 slots? Well, let's find out. And the little spoiler, I know there's quite a few popular animals that we missed out upon. So yeah, I mean, I hate missing out on certain animals, but if it's just gonna be an 8 animal pack, which let's all be honest, it probably will be, it's better to be just safe and say it's 8 animals and just miss out on a few good ones until the next game. I don't know, guys. It's kind of saddening, isn't it? Ah, well, we always got mods. I decided I'm going to do these free animals. The South American Camundi, the most requested animal for the game, currently anyways. The howler monkey, a much needed rep for South America and for monkeys, as well as one of the highest primates currently on the meta wish list. And last but not least, the white-faced whistling duck. That'd be probably the easy to make animal to pack, thanks to the swan. It'd give us another bird rep and a rep for South America and Africa, which both desperately need another bird rep. Honestly, while there's sadly some animals we'd missed out upon, like the pelican and walrus, as well as like my sweet beloved Hyrax, he'll be in the game one day, hopefully. Please, I want the Hyrax in game. Okay. Joking aside, though I do genuinely want Hyrax. I think these free would add the most, or at least make the most sense. It just fits. They're all highly requested, and they all fill a good niche. Plus, all free are South American animals. So, I mean, I don't think too many people would be complaining, unless they really hate South American animals. For the exhibit animal, I'd probably say a king cobra. There's a lot of reasons. It's number 1 on the exhibit meta wish list. It's a very cool looking animal. And since the exhibit boxes are so large, it actually works well for king cobra. But the main reason might be kind of obvious. The engine that Plan Zoo runs on is called Cobra Engines. How has it not been added yet? How is it not like a base game species? I mean, I guess I'm kind of glad it wasn't, because it probably would have looked horrible, but still, like, it's just like, it made so much sense to add it at that point. But anywho, I mean, there's a lot of other species that work here too. Better get some honorable mentions: rainbow lorikeet, budgie Jackson chameleon, two-toed sloth, and the spectacle cobra if they wanted to go with like a different species of cobra. But yeah, the king cobra makes so much sense for so many reasons. But like, I mean, if you're gonna run on cobra engines, then do a cobra. Heck, they even have a statue for it in the game. It just works. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about the update, and one about a little bit is like a little bit. I think that to be a bit realistic in the same vein as like the final JWE2 update, I'm gonna say all the base game species get animal signs in the current style, which you can see on screen now. Maybe some new mess pieces, some new plant pieces, maybe a hitbox reduction, because oh my goodness, we need one. But I mean, maybe even some new enrichment. But there's really not much else I could say. But I mean, it's not gonna be that big of an update. And if it is, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I don't think so. Oh, we might get the Theme Maker's Toolkit. That'll probably happen, or at least for the end, or maybe we'll get it at anniversary. Who knows? Anywho, that was my concept for the Planet Zookeeper Collection Pack. Hopefully we get at least one South American animal in the pack. If we don't, then I'll be very, very angry. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind if the Hyrax took its place instead. But if neither of those things are the case, then let's just say I won't be very happy. uh, uh, uh.